my lovelies, it's TC, your guiding chariot. Oh, I'm so glad to be back, so glad to be home. I missed you guys. Thank you for being patient. Here it is, Sunday. I told you I was going to be back Friday. Things happened, as always. But I'm back, we're back in action. Everybody's home, we're back to normal. So let's get into this reading. Of course, the day I come back, there's like tons of aspects going on. Tons. Huge. But all related, and they're very, they're very divided. They really are. There's a group that are trying to get you to escape and run away from things and really highlight those places where that escapism comes in, where that, you know, that little voice tells you don't have to do that, ignore it, put that off till tomorrow. Like, there's going to be a huge opportunity that really gets you to face that little voice and tell you to man up and just push through. And then you also have planets on the opposite side that are trying to get you to the other side, that are pulling you and be like, hey, no, come with us, join the right side, join the light side. Very interesting. Our last video, when I did the weekly for last week, I talked about this new moon, that because of its alignment with Aldebaran, that this moral decision between doing what's right or what's easy, or you know that light versus dark struggle. Today, that is still going on. So let's get into it. Biggest aspect. Let's start with the rough side. We'll start with the squares. Biggest aspect on that side that's kind of affecting everything is this square. Sun is going to be squared to Neptune. So essentially, what this is doing, because of the dreamy, fantastical, sometimes deceptive nature of Neptune. Remember, this is a square, so it's being negatively aspected. Essentially what it's doing, and it's to your sun, it's your core being, right? Because sun square Neptune. So essentially what's happening, this is your zest for life, your vitality, your motivation, your enthusiasm is getting a big, almost pessimistic hit from Neptune. It is going to be a struggle to get motivated and excited about things with this aspect. And it's kind of hanging around, I want to say, till like tomorrow or Tuesday. Like, you're just gonna have to push through it, and it's gonna be far too easy for you to just say, no, I don't want to go to work, I don't want to work on that project, I don't want to finish that task, I just want to chill, I don't want to be bothered, I just want to watch Netflix all day, I don't want to curl up in bed with a book, I want to go lie on the beach. It's gonna be way too easy. There's also a part of this where, events or others around you can create confusion, where it just feels like you're just in opposition to everything going on. Rough energy to play with. With that, you have some aspects that, really kind of compound that kind of fantastical escapist nature. So you have the moon in a square to Jupiter, which, again, not really a super hard aspect, but it does kind of increase our indulgent tendencies. So this is definitely getting you to kind of look at and be aware of where those little escapist habits are. This could just get you to overeat and just hang on the sofa and binge. It's going to highlight those areas where you find comfort and where you self-medicate and where that indulgent hunger comes from. So you can use that to just make yourself aware of those things, and then you know what to avoid. Like, oh my god, I know if I see a pint of ice cream, this is personally, if I see a pint of ice cream, it's real hard for me to say no. I can say no to most sweets. Ice cream is hard. So for me, knowing that could get me off track, I need to stay away from every frickin' Ben & Jerry's possible. It's gotta be a thing. Then the moon is also in an opposition to Neptune, which super triggers that escapist tendency in us. So Neptune's messing with sun and moon. It's a thing. And then kind of in the middle, so right on the teetering scale of these energies, today is the day of the first quarter moon. So sun and moon are at a square. This really is just putting your needs versus your wants. We're checking, how are our intentions going? Are our actions still aligned with them? Are we working in the right direction to make those happen? That is where your focus should be, on this square with the sun and moon, weighing your wants and your needs. Your goals, all those things you wanted to happen, all those intentions you set at the new moon, will these tendencies help to get you closer? That's going to be your big key. That's going to help you decide. That's going to be the measure, all right? And honestly, that should be your guiding compass to get you away from these tendencies that are going to derail you, all right? And then on the other side of that border, told you, lots of aspects. We have The sun is in a trine to Saturn. Beautiful energy, again, with Saturn being our taskmaster. If you can just own up to what you need to do, be responsible, be practical, there will be support from Saturn. Remember, this is a trine. So trines are easy, but sometimes they're so easy they slip right by us. So you need to be aware of that and take advantage and take charge when you have the moment. Be responsible today. You have Moon also in a sextile to Mars. Also super helpful. This is going to help kick up your drive. So again, and this is a sextile, so they're working effortlessly together. This is going to give you your get up and go. You need to lean on this energy, and when you get that push, go, do it. Moon is also in a sextile to Mercury, so your heart and mind are connected. Communication is flowing. You can process your feelings and articulate them. So again, this could be an external thing. So I talked about with the the Sun square Neptune, that group things, events, others in your life can be causing confusion. So this could help you to communicate through that, really process what you're feeling, fight through the confusion, and clearly get across your message or clearly convey what needs to be said. But even on a personal level, this can just be getting your heart and mind right, weighing that analytical mind versus your emotional heart. Even though sitting on the couch and eating a pint of ice cream will feel really good and I'll be super, super happy, I know it's not the right thing to do. I know if I want to achieve my goals, I need to at some point get off the couch, put some pants on, and go outside and be a big boy. Like, it's a thing. So, that's like my phrase, by the way. It is the thing. So definitely it's literally like I talked about in last week's video. It's like the angel and the devil are really sitting on your shoulders and they're trying to pull you one way or the other. Devil's definitely trying to get you just to chill out. Don't worry about it. Leave the work for later. You can get to it. I promise if you don't get to it, it'll never get gotten to. And then the angel's trying to get you to be responsible and act. This is what you asked for. Here's the opportunity you wanted. You need to pounce on it now. Go do it. Do not sit around. All right? Tons of aspects. I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm still filming in some weird places, so backgrounds are going to be changing. Do you like my new artwork, by the way? I know there's like some crazy glare. It's going to be super hard to see. It's just brand new. I'm totally a fan of that. My little Cancer self loves me, my little ocean shots. I'm so sad about this glare. I want you to see the middle one. Look at how cute is that? Right? Definitely my favorite. Right? Alright. Random. I know. So I'm going to turn this around so we can see the cards. We'll talk about our rune. We'll be right back. Alright. Alright, welcome back. So, before we get into our cards, let's talk about our rune. So we got the rune Awaz, rune of the horse, we love. So interesting thing with this rune, this is, like I said, this is the rune of the horse. To the Vikings, the horse was a symbol of trust, this bond between the rider and the horse. So here, what this rune is really talking about is really finding perfect trust and harmony, in my opinion, finding trust and harmony of self. Balancing the inner and the outer demands, balancing aspects of your life. In certain situations, this could be speaking, especially if you're in something that you're working on, or this situation that has been going on for a while. This rune speaks to the need for a fast response, the need to resolve power struggles. So especially with that aspect we talked about with the Sun square Neptune, if there's something happening in a group, this needs to be nipped in the bud. Like, you can't stay silent, you can't let this go. If you have to get something off your chest, if something needs to be communicated, if someone's getting out of hand and they need to be reined in, it needs to happen now. You can't let it go, all right? So this rune is really about finding peace and harmony, trusting yourself. There may be some level of this that deals with having to trust your intuition. That could totally be something that comes up today. So whether this is between you and a group, you and another person, or just you with you, balance and harmony needs to be obtained, all right? And it needs to be obtained now. And I don't say that to like create this crazy sense of urgency, like, oh my God, something bad's gonna happen. I say that because essentially when you're in balance, when you're harmonized, that's going to be the best place for you to operate. And honestly, I would even add that's the best place for you to receive those intuitive hits. That's the best place for you to kind of channel and know the best direction for you to head in. Where do you need to go? What sort of action needs to be taken? that place of balance is going to allow you to be a little more receptive, and that's where you're going to get the most guidance if you need it. All right. So I have our Moonology Oracle deck out, mostly because I've been away for a while and I love this deck, so we're whipping it out again. All right. Let's put you guys over here. Oh, there's 3. All right. So first card out, New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck on your side. This might be in the way. Let's slide you up a little more. All right. Mutable Moon. Nothing is set in stone. This last new moon was in Gemini. No, that's a fixed sign. I lied. I was telling me it's mutable. So one thing I need to learn to memorize better. All right. Then your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Love. Oh, slightly out of frame there. Let's move these guys up a bit. All right. So new moon in Sag, mutable moon, and full moon in Taurus. All right. So Sagittarius is a mutable sign. So these two definitely linked together. So I would say this is definitely for anyone who experiences some struggle, feels like you're fighting opposition today. These two are going to be your friend. Know that nothing's set in stone. Just because that's what you're seeing doesn't mean that's the way it has to be. You have the power to change it. And how do I know that? Because luck is on your side. There's support when it's needed. There's things being divinely orchestrated. Definitely help coming. But again, this help is it's help. It's not someone doing it for you. So you're going to have to participate. You're going to be the one to change it. But if you can pick the direction and move and act, there will be help. And then you have the full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. This is totally making me think, even though it has very little to do with Taurus, it's making me think of that trine, the moon trine Saturn. There will be help and support when you need it, but you need to take responsibility. You want to achieve these goals, you need to figure out how that's going to happen. You know, if you're trying to lose weight, you need to figure out a plan. All right, so I'm going to go to the gym 2 times a week to start. I'm going to commit to that. You know, after that feels good, then I'm going to bump it up to 3. Then I'm going to bump it up to 4. I'm going to make lunch 2 days a week. So limit all the fast food I'm eating. Make a practical plan. That's the key. Don't do something huge that you can't commit to. If you know that something like that you're going to fail, you tried it before and that was too much and you failed, start small. Literally start small. Instead of drinking 3 cans of soda a day, drink 2. Start small, be practical, and take baby steps. Again, and especially with all these aspects that are really tapping into the escapism bit, if you just set yourself with a really, really hard challenge, it is going to be far too easy for you to step out of it this week. So make it easy on yourself. Take practical little baby steps that you know are achievable. That's going to be your secret sauce to success, all right? There we go. 1 card out. Look at that. Ace of Cups, my self-love card. I'm going to leave you right up front. So, Ace of Cups. Oh, who flipped over? I saw that. I'm going to take you. So, King of Swords could be talking to an air sign. To me, this King of Swords is popping up, especially coming up right after the Ace of Cups. Whatever it makes you happy, whatever it is you're desiring, what is your plan to get there? This is a strategist. This is an analyst. King of Swords, great foresight. Use this desire, map out your endpoint, and then figure out how to get there. I can see the finish line. All right, so I know if my goal is to lose weight, I know I have to adjust what I eat. I know I have to increase my activity level. How can I make this happen? What is a reasonable plan of attack for me to accomplish this? Beautiful. All right. So after that, we have another king. Look at that. So 2 kings already. So King of Pentacles. Definitely a card about nurturing. So, I keep using this like exercise or or a little fitness goal. That may be a thing for some of you with the King of Pentacles. He's all about health, wellness. But this is a very stable, grounded energy. Lots of earth energy going on here. So you got earth and air, really. But this, to me, is really tapping into this full moon in Taurus. This is commitment. This is stability. Make a plan that you can stick to. We also have the Empress card here. Another beautiful card. This is abundance, creation. This could just be speaking to creativity. This pursuit could be a creative one, could be an artistic one. To me, this is really about... It's so funny, I was going to say your life, and that's not necessarily something I always say with this particular card for the Empress, but it's true. You really are in a position where you can create the life you want to live. You're not living anyone else's life, you're living your own. So, with this creative power, I can make it whatever I want. What are you going to make? And then also, are you going to rise up and be a master of it? You can be a master of your perfect happiness, or you're going to just sit on the sidelines and just welcome whatever comes. But it may not necessarily be your happiness, right? You want to be the master. Here are with the two kings. A king of the analytical mind and a king of, grounded, stable, committed, I was going to say wellness, but this is also a king of abundance. And there you have, the goddess of abundance right here. There, to me, especially with this particular deck, there is an element of creation and metamorphosis that happens here. And you can see that with all these butterflies in this particular goddess card. There is a shift and a change and a transformation that happens with this energy. Almost like you're transforming, the old and the weak and the dead and the stale parts of your world and transforming it into vibrant, energetic life. There's a whole lot that came out. All right. Let's see what we got. So, right off the gate, Death card. So we were just talking about transformation. Hilarious. Oh, I love it when they speak so loud. Then we have the Ten of Cups. We were just talking about this too, that happy ending. Again, own your happy ending. This is your life. These are your rules. Don't let someone else define them for you, or don't just leave it up to fate. Don't relegate yourself to whatever comes. Legit, grab the bull by the reins. Make change happen. Make it happen. And then you also have the Emperor. So for those of you looking for romance, here's a divine counterpart, the Empress and the Emperor. So it could be a divine union coming into being. This could be, I talked about it with our aspects, how we need to balance the inner and outer worlds. This could be balancing your feminine and masculine, attributes, abilities. Oh, but look at it. You have two kings. You have an emperor and an empress. You really sit in a seat of power. And what are you doing from this seat? Are you creating your desires? Are you going through a rebirth? Are you creating a happy ending? Or, are you just allowing yourself to be tossed by these waves? No matter what it is you're feeling or what you're going through, even if it feels like you're in such a hopeless situation where you have no control over anything, I guarantee if you look for it, you will find those opportunities. But that's the big difference. That's where some of us are going to fail and some of us are going to, succeed. You have to look and actively pursue those opportunities. You can't just relegate yourself to fate. And I want to say this is going to go through definitely Monday, Tuesday, maybe even a little bit Wednesday. The beginning half of this week, you need to own up. You need to take charge. You need to be responsible. You need to act. Don't sit on the sidelines. Do not. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Wands. Queen of Wands. And the Ten of Wands. I'm even going to take the next one. Boom. Knight of Swords. I really wanted to throw the Knight of Swords in there because this is the most active card in the... Sorry, not Knight. Why am I saying Knight? Page of Swords. This is our rebel thinker. This is someone who is willing to change the status quo, create new ideas. If you're a normal subscriber to my channel, you know I always quote Cinderella, the live action Cinderella when I get this card. Just because it's what's been done doesn't mean it's what should be done. You need to change some behaviors, change some thought patterns. Here with the rest, Eight of Wands, all about communication, speed, haste, movement. Could even be travel for some of you, and finding a new location, finding a new home, finding a new job, someplace that's more aligned with your happily ever after. You have the Queen of Wands, which is all about that charming, charismatic energy, creating those opportunities, attracting those opportunities to you. Again, strong seat of power. Here we have the Two of Wands. Again, putting our intentions. These two coming out next to each other, not a coincidence. Here you are owning your desires, pulling in those opportunities because you're sending out the right vibration. You're sending out those intentions and those wishes as quickly as you possibly can. And then here you are with the Page of Swords. You having to change and align your reality with these intentions. You know, if you want to be a millionaire, probably not going to do that by just taking some part-time temp job. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, what are we doing to get there? You know, are we seeking the education to get us the better job? Are we putting out resumes to find something that has more growth potential? You know, this is your change some shit up energy, because whatever these intentions are, we want to make sure our actions and our circumstances are aligned. All right? And honestly, with all these wands here, you're leaning on that desire, that passion, that inner fire, that drive that's pushing you. So again, that Mercury, Moon sextile Mars. Lean on that fire. Use that fire to burn the fuel, to light the engine. Like, oh, run for it. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here because I know this video is already going to be crazy long. But all in all, to sum it up, use that intuition. If there is something you're trying to achieve, don't sit on your butt today. Get up and do something about it. Because the sooner you start, the sooner that momentum builds, and the sooner it's going to be easier and easier and roll into some new habits. The longer you sit, the harder it's going to be to get up. All right? So get motivated, stay motivated, make practical, logical baby steps to meet your plan, at least for now. At the very beginning, start with baby steps. Don't go full-blown crazy. Don't go full ham on it, because that's honestly going to be a recipe for disaster with all these Neptunian influences. All right? All right, my loves. Take care. Wishing you the best. I will see you tomorrow. As always, thank you for being patient on me. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. I love you guys for it. You're the best. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please subscribe. It's somewhere up there. And then if you have anything to share with me or just want to connect with me, please hit me up down in the comment section below. I love reading the comments. I love hearing from you guys, so keep it coming. You can also hit me up on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And if you want to book a private session with me, all that info will be down below in the description box. Or you can come see me at Sedona in Hawaii at Ward Village. I'm there every Monday from 11 to 3:30. All right, my loves, take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.